you for reaching out and letting me know about all that stuff you mentioned
It's all good.
earlier. Um, I really highly appreciate you, man. Like
That's
this
all
has
right.
been a good it's been a good year. Because this has been
Anything
a
to
shit
help.
year last year. This has been a shit year.
I,
Dude, I
I just
told
like helping
my
out, and you're good. I wouldn't do it if you weren't a good animator, personally.
oh, thanks, man.
Like,
You hear that, mom? I'm not bad.
like
Can
I'm all
you say that
right.
one more time? I need to record you for my mom. And then she'd be like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Oh, it's my buddy Josh from."
You just be
And
like
he's
some random guy on Discord.
yeah, and then she'll be like, "Wait, so it's not the president of Pixar? Why do I care?" And I was like, "That's the God, mom." She's like, "I thought you'd be making movies by now." I was like, "What the fuck, mom?" Jesus, that's my mom. I love her,
Hey, you never
but
know.
dude, she's crazy. Like, like I was like, "Yeah, mom, I'm just trying to pay off the bills," and she's like, me and your dad been thinking. You've been doing this for a while. Why haven't you been at, I don't know, like the thing that you said you would do?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know because I'm paying for everything myself."
True.
She's like, "Oh, yeah, but you know, you could do better. You should be at Pixar by now." It's like,
Jesus.
oh my god. And but
Oh,
at the same time, I did promise my goddaughter I'll end up at Disney one day. I have to work on
I
a
mean,
dragon and a unicorn for her.
I'm just
That's
saying, like, you probably could apply with your real.
yeah.
100%. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't take you.
Wow.
Like,
All right.
because you've got feature stuff, like, it's cartoony. Like, a lot of the stuff you have is cartoony. You have, like, realistic stuff as well, but you have, like,
Yeah.
cartoony stuff, and it's pretty decent. Like, the Crash Bandicoot
Oh,
stuff, and,
oh, I wish I
like,
wish I cleaned it up a lot more, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know how Disney hires stuff for themselves, but
Well, I think it's one of those things, right? It's not just a style. It's the so when I talk to my mentor and I animate, right? I talked to Andrew Attenberry, who's over at Pixar now, and the way he talks about it is like they don't just hire animators just based on style. It's more about like the ability to understand the characters that you're animating needs to emote a certain way or a certain thing or their thought process. And then when we hire younger people or younger animators, it's we're not just hiring you for your skill. We're hiring a potential.
yeah,
That's what we're hiring. And so it's that can you potentially make shots that will basically destroy people or make people laugh? Like that's hard to do like naturally as an animator. And I was like, that's interesting. So ever since I had a talk with him at one of my classes, I've been focused heavily on like what is performance, what does it mean to be a character, and what does it mean to bring that out,
mm,
right? So I've been trying to take as many classes on performance and stuff like that as possible. So starting off, I started taking body mechanic classes so that my performance classes are better. Because if you don't have body mechanics, you don't have performance.
true.
It just makes sense, right? It's a building block. So we'll see. I
Josh,
don't know.
can I ask a favor of you very, very quickly?
Tashi, what's up?
You, did you finished modeling the arc, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to ask for your model. Don't worry. Could you get just any reference shot, if possible, of the center for me? Just the
Uh,
inside, because I can't see that properly on any of these reference images.
I don't think I have a reference shot of the inside. Let me have a look.
Yeah, that's the issue, because I need to know how I'm building the inside of this arc for the screenshot I'm doing. Yeah, Tuna, I decided to model the arc. I know, right, Crazy? It's my
Wait,
first model.
That was like
the
one of
arc?
the renders that I did.
Wait, what you say, Josh?
That was one of the renders that I did
Where are you posting this?
on
Oh.
stream.
Oh shit, give me a minute. I gotta find a tab now. I've got like 62 tabs open right now. Not literally 62, but like,
You're building that?
here we go. I'm trying to currently build the arc, yeah.
Yo, bro.
So Josh already built it because he's fucking future tech was number 3.
I'm a
I am not.
nerd.
Yeah, okay, right. Um
But the center of my stuff is just not very good. It's not shaded very well. I need to kind of redo the stuff.
I just don't know what shapes I'm meant to put in there. Right now mine is currently
You
empty.
you can kind of make it up. I used Blur's stuff as reference because I thought theirs looked sick. But I need to.
Right.
My shaders don't look great on this metal stuff at the moment.
Oh, the Forge.
Well,
Yeah, it's like super shiny.
yeah, like just this stuff. Like the kind of thing is like when metal's that far away, it almost loses its shininess in a way because it's so big.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I can see
you
that.
don't
Yeah.
get this sort of like this looks miniature because you can see all the reflections. But then you got my ring, is I need to model some more stuff.
Right. Like I
I
say, I'm
think I
just
want to
asking
take a
because I
rigging
don't know.
class.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, Maxine.
No, I'm just talking to myself, but I've been thinking about taking a rigging class.
Do it.
A rigging
I know
class.
rigging. Rigging's fun.
I was okay at it when I did it back then, but I don't know if I'll be good at it now, to be honest. But yeah, it sounds like it could be fun.
Hmm.
I
I
wouldn't
think
use
that's
any of my own. I wouldn't do it just because I want to do it for my own rig. It's more of the fact that I can. I feel like I can help talk with riggers a little bit easier. Um, and show some ideas I can bring to the table. Like I had a couple ideas for temporary pivots built within the tool in the rig instead of using a tool for that.
Yeah.
Um, that'd be cool.
Me and a friend of mine is one of the rigging guys at work.
Yeah.
And he was. I was talking to him the other day, and we're just like we're trying to come up with like, well, I say we, he is. He's trying to come up with a system for foot contacts, where you basically like
Oh.
you'd have your controller and stuff, and the idea would be like you'd I guess click on the geometry on the floor or whatever your terrain is. You have your like foot control, and then you basically animate your walk like you would normally. Don't you can like put it through the floor and don't worry about it that's going through the floor, and then like you'd switch the space. The
Oh.
space would essentially like it would almost like create this like rig that's over the top of it that controls it, but it would still be
Oh
your
yeah.
foot con. And then what you
Yeah.
do is just drag it through the floor and the foot would like pin itself. But it
It'll
also
know what to
does it
do.
it does it on the
Yeah.
toes as well. So if you have like an angled thing, it would like the toe would angle up
Mhm.
as well as the foot.
Dude, that's cool.
So and he's like he has the system sort of semi working and I was like, if you do this and you make it a tool, it's gonna be awesome for animators, but you need to make it like
Yeah.
the easiest tool to use. Because if it's not easy at like a click of the button and like a
Universal.
really
It has to
quick
be
control, animators won't
right.
touch it because they don't want to faff around with like shit like that.
Yeah,
They
our
literally want
shit's
to
already
grab their
complicated.
control and just move it and it to plant and work perfectly every time. That's all they
Yeah.
want. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like he has the system to make the stuff technology wise work. It's just getting the ease of use now. So I'm
Yeah.
super excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be quite cool.
Dude, that sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah.
That sounds like so I don't know if you ever take I feel like that they have a little bit of that like on animation papers, like technology papers.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it actually like outside of video games in terms of like in engine. I have never seen it like work in a 3D package, like a normal tool or something like that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It sounds really cool.
I found out as well, which was a
Ah.
good thing today, but I should have found out about 6 months ago that all
Oh.
of my scene files are 2 gig, and
Oh no.
it takes a while. It takes like 10, 15 minutes for them to load up, and it's because I was lazy and I was like, "There's something in my scene that's making it so slow. I just can't be asked figuring out what it is." So I've just been dealing with it all this time, and then today I was like, "Fuck this! I can't be asked waiting." It's like I'm on the last shot now. It's like I just want to open it. So I opened up the scene, like waited the whole 10 minutes, and then I watched the script editor as it was loading, and it was trying to find Arnold shaders that I use. Like this was probably like a year and a half ago when I first did my Spartan in Arnold, and there was loads of legacy shaders still attached to things, but nothing was being used. It was all like just floating about in Maya space. It wasn't like being used on characters or geometry or anything. But my script editor was running through like so many lines of code looking for like AL fractals and stuff. And I was like, I think I like uninstalled Arnold. I was like, this stuff shouldn't exist. And then like I did like a wildcard search, found everything to do with Arnold. I had like hundreds of thousands of shaders and like all these like different nodes and stuff like connected. I was just like, are you fucking serious? I was like, it's got to be this stuff. And I hit delete because like when you wildcard search, it selects them all. I hit delete, and I legit was waiting for an hour, watching it go through and delete every single one. And I was just like, oh my god! And it went from my scene files for the last shot were like 500 meg, which isn't too bad. But it went from 500 meg to 200 just by deleting those shaders. And I was like, that is stupid. Basically, moral of the story is, don't be like me.
Yep, I've already figured that out, and that's why I'm exactly the opposite of you. I'm kidding. You're great. No homo.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. That's.
Oh, shit. I use Redshift Plus instead of Arnold because Redshift's just better in every single way.
Yeah, once I've fully upgraded my PC, I think I might look into switching to Maya. What's the consensus on that?
Yeah, if you think it will help.
Yeah, fucking hope it does.
Man, what a day today. It's only 4 o'clock. I animated a boat.
Makes you feel any better, mate? I woke up at 7 p.m.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Yeah.
woke up at 7 p.m., made a burger, and then here I am.
Made a burger at 7
p.m. Yeah, why would I not?
Oh, so Josh, I'm just gonna send you numbers just so that it's fair because at the moment where I'm making in US is but in LA it's garbage, so it didn't matter. Because if you don't make minimum this, you're poor. So actually, you're poor even at this. But when I was applying for Build a Rocket Boy for I think a mid-level as well games, it was half of that
Hmm.
in US dollars.
Wait, will you send it to me? I mean,
Oh yeah, just a direct message, just a reply.
wait. So
If you
this is
send me
what
your number,
this is what you're on now.
yeah, right now.
Let me work out how much that is.
I forgot. Is it more over there? Is the dollar weaker? Oh,
It's 79 pence to
So
the dollar, I believe.
you're actually on
79 pence to the dollar,
I
so it's a
think
little
it's
bit.
something like
you're on that in pounds,
Oh,
which is more than what I'm on.
sorry, it's
for
72
now.
pence, 72
For
pence
now.
to the US dollar.
Even then, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, my neck.
I do have a feeling that that would come down.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Like as a
Well, on
mids,
average,
I would say
yeah,
they like, if I was being honest, they might put you down to like
yeah. So a
maybe something like
mid-level,
that.
yeah, a mid-level animator here in LA. My friend who on the cusp of going to senior was making around this much.
We're like talking in tongues.
Yeah, people in the chat aren't gonna have any idea. So,
Yeah, we're just talking salaries.
oh,
That's
Josh,
all.
put some Halo music on the background as well, mate. If you haven't already.
I keep getting copyright claimed by random ass companies. Nothing to
You?
do. Yeah, I only play the Halo 2 soundtrack, and it's all fake claims, and I'm disputing them every single time. So one of them claimed one of the songs, and it was like, so it said like Hong Kong Bishiri or something, and it was like a really famous Halo song, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was
I would
like,
have been like walking the
really?
woods or some shit, and it's like, oh, that's ours. It's like, I don't think it is.
It's so stupid. I was just like, I've really got to dispute this stuff. It's like I don't really care because like these video I don't really care about monetization or anything like that, but it's at the same time I'm like, why would companies like I get like 400 views on those big stream videos, like it's nothing, you'll earn a penny if that. It's like, why would you even like try and claim that?
No, but if they can do it on enough, you know what I mean? If they can do it on enough people who are doing those streams,
True,
the pennies add
yeah,
up, you know what I mean?
but those people should Just go away.
Oh, did you see that Nick got a? He's working with Space Station now.
That's been news for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, but no, it came out like 2 days ago. But I've not spoken to him in a few days. So
Ah, yeah, it's cool.
yeah, it's
Very
pretty awesome.
very
Glad to
good.
see him doing well. Like it's really cool. Like I remember there was a point where I think I started following when he was on like 70K. Not even 70K, like maybe less than that. And like now he's like working with Space Station. He's partnered with HCS. Like, dude's doing well for himself. It's really cool to see him
He kind of
doing
has
well.
like exploded over the last like week or so.
Yeah, it feel like he has a couple of weeks where it's just downtime, and
Mhm.
then a couple of weeks where it's just like holy shit, nothing but like Turbo Halo mode. It's really weird.
I respect his grind though. He's
Who is this?
nailing it.
Ubernick.
Oh, what about Ubernick? What did he do? I kind of was in and out of email typing.
It's all good. He is currently a content creator with Space Station Gaming, who are like
Space
officially in.
Station.
Yeah, they're officially endorsed pro team for Halo Infinite. It's like they're officially endorsed by I think that's the right word, by 343.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? It's probably the right word.
We catch up in chat second. Man,
Multi-regional.
greetings, Humberto. I love your job. Nice. Nothing, Pog. Do you have any advice for people who would like to get into CG industry? Pick a area you want to move into and just start learning. There's so many things on YouTube nowadays. Like
Mhm.
to be honest, it's pretty easy breaking into the industry nowadays compared to what it was like 5 years ago. I feel.
Oh, just trying to see what my arc is looking like now.
You think so, Josh?
I think so. Like 5 years ago, I don't think there were as many tutorials or like online schools and stuff.
Right. Oh,
Like I'm
you're
seeing
talking
online.
about like.
I'm talking about like, animation specifically.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
But
Oh, yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, first time I passed through a direct of yours. Nice. Welcome. They all want a part of your work. Who does? Who wants my work?
I want your work.
You will never have my work.
I just want the quality bar of your work.
Yeah, Tuna.
My
I've just
quality
sent you
is not good quality.
a DM, Tuna. This is the first model I've ever done.
Oh shit! Look at that.
We're getting there.
Yeah, that's the first one
This is the
ever.
first. Yeah, it's the first full model I'm ever going to finish. I've started bits here and there and never got around to finishing it. I usually
Yeah.
just end up ripping an asset, subdividing it, and then redoing
Right.
textures. But it's going to be first like full flat asset like from the
Yeah.
get go, and this is where I'm at so far.
Jeez.
How is your project going? I am. This is the last shot I have to do, and the only reason this is the last shot is because I forgot that I hadn't done it yet. And I
Wait.
watched my edit today, and I was like, "Why is
No.
that gray?" And then I was like, "Ah, I
You
need to actually
missed
do
the
it."
shot, huh?
I legit just like full on missed it.
That's
So,
beautiful.
but everything else is
No, fuck it, leave it in.
is
It's an
done.
Easter egg. Yeah, Josh, quick question: how did you do the surface of the arc? You know where you've got like the
I downloaded a substance shader that basically like it was literally like a substance smart material thing that
right
makes like rough
planet,
map satellite imagery type stuff. It's not great. Like it's cool.
but it's not great.
It You can't get too close to it. It falls apart pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean to
So
be fair, it's not like I'm exactly doing anything that's
my
gonna break the fuck out of my
I only
space.
used it because I know that my stuff's going to be so occluded by like effects work that I don't really care what the surface really looks like that much. But Addy, this is Maya that I'm
Fine.
using.
Tuna, this is the image I'm gonna make. Finally, that's the end goal. I'm sharing it in private because I don't want to actually share it publicly. Because last time I did, someone stole the idea and did it. So They sort of beat me to the punch, so I'm sharing it in private so I can recreate it and then go, I did that.
Y-
That was fucking
You
of
know,
me.
it's funny what I'm looking at this at your image you sent me. Are you gonna build all of it in 3D, or you're gonna?
That's the plan. Yes.
What if you build the main one, the one that's like from foreground to background, right? But the one
Right.
all the way back there, why can't you just do like a projection?
Because I have no idea how I do a projection because I'm very new to
Well,
this, and I'd also
right,
just like to learn to model anyway. So it's a good example of like
right,
learning to do both.
right. I mean,
Dennis,
it's
this is
usually
the
when
final
things are
shot
that
Dennis
far
do.
away.
I just want to be able to say that I modeled it. You know, like I've not actually made anything. All the renders I have done are of existing assets. I'd like to be able to sit there, make something myself, and go, all of the stuff in this image was handmade by me.
Mm, mm,
I'd like to sort of have that sort of sense of development from, because again, I've only been doing this for like maybe what 4 or 5 months now.
God, I want to punch you so bad right now just because you said that. Because I'm
Why?
jealous how good that is already. 4 months.
This
You know what I was doing in my first time learning CG in 4 months? I was considering quitting the industry. Like,
I just got
it
over
was
that hump like a couple of weeks
dude.
ago.
Yeah, I like my first month in school, like 3D, like anything 3D, because the first month is like learning everything. God, I wanted to cry so bad because it was so hard. Because CG was so, you know, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people, maybe back then, I don't know about now because there's so much information now. But back then, when you wanted to be like, oh, I want to be make games or I want to make movies, you didn't know the process that took to make them. So you get exposed to it, and then it's not what you imagined. This rose-colored like just do it, you know. Instead, it's actually very difficult, very very difficult. Oh, I got an email.
There you go. Just send you a DM. That was my first ever render compared to my most recent render.
Oh. Well, looks like my lead is taking PTO for the rest of the week. Hope everything's okay. Well, I guess by the time she gets back, I'll just have a finished scene. You know, just gotta uh under promise and over deliver.
As it should be.
My life motto.
Good tuna.
Yeah,
There
yeah, I'm
is my
looking at this.
that's my first one and my like most recent one.
Nice.
And it's just a case of like I've
Oh,
sat
Jesus,
down and just gone with it.
fuck you. I can't even. Oh my God. You know what I was modeling at the time? I was still modeling in like cylinders and and trying to figure out like what's edge flow.
This this model I'm working on now actually started off as a cylinder. I just shortened the scale on the on the z-axis rather, and then
Yeah,
subdivided it and fucked with it a bit, and then got this result so far.
yeah, yeah,
So you can see I'm working on the middle first. You can tell because it's really subdivided, and
yeah.
like sort of in bits, and the outside will come next. I've just got like
It
the loose
it
shape.
don't matter. That's still better than what I could do. I just took a square and hit smooth, and bah, I got a
Yeah,
ball. That's all.
dude!
I was
Holy
like, dude,
shit,
look how great it is. What the fuck?
dude! It
It's
looks like a drawing. It's crazy.
yeah, I know. That was me. That were like, oh yeah, you can use global sunlight in Maya, and I was like, yep, that's how I'm gonna light everything from now on. And that was, oh god.
That's exactly what I did. So the
But
first
that's the
render I
thing,
sent
right?
there,
Like early on, I have no idea because none of this information's on the internet. None of it. None of it was at the time. This is like we're talking about 2007 or 8. There's nothing on the internet. And Animation
I don't even know
Mentor,
what I was doing back then.
one of the best animation schools right now, like of the 3 big houses, right? They didn't even exist yet. They just started. They didn't have their first graduates until the year of 2008.
Bloody
It's
hell.
like, yeah, exactly. So, um, it's kind of awesome, you know, how far the learning has gone. I mean, yeah, whatever.
Like okay, so the first render there, I was like global lighting, go, and that's what's happening there. It's global lighting,
Dude.
orange background, done. And then the second one, I was like, I started looking into how photographers with miniatures, like like figures and stuff, make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started looking into like where does the inspiration for this kind of screenshot come from in the first place. shots I touched was from miniatures. How do they do the lighting? And I just tried to replicate that in the environment I'm working in. So that one there, the most recent render, that's with 3-point lighting, which I hadn't heard of, and this was the one with 1-point lighting, which I'll send to you now. And you can see there's like a clear difference. I thought the 1-point lighting looked great at first. The 3-point lighting so much better.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love 3-point lighting, dude. I don't know if you know about this, but any cutscenes you see in video games, it's a 3-point lighting that changes every time the camera cuts, and it's not the
Yeah,
same. It's always it's a camera. It's per character camera setup.
I'm fond of breaking games, especially stuff like Halo. So when you go, and it's like a free cam during a cutscene, you can see where like they will change it, and there are parts where it's like, oh, suddenly there's a god ray pointing at the Master Chief's helmet. It's like, okay, cool. Where'd that come from?
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Game Breaker guys on YouTube break Halo and look at all the cutscenes and how it's.
Oh, trust me, I'll be doing that day one. That's exactly the kind of niche for Halo I'm in.
Dude, we got a big ass meeting not the other day, but like a while back, because this guy on YouTube, right, basically broke the last God of War camera and like just went all over the place and just looked at everything. And of course, one of the big fights with the strangers, like when he falls down the crack, you know, they went down there and they're like, you could see him flipping the bird. I'm not shitting you. Yeah,
and they just put that in there for fun because they knew someone's been game.
Because you never see it, and whoever animated it did that. And
did they get in shit for it?
I'm pretty sure someone did. And because they brought it up, they're like, please don't drop random Easter eggs that we can never find, like on basic normal stuff. Like because that character was all the way down the crevice, in between rocks and stuff. You would never think to even look inside the rocks for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this guy found him, and it was like, what the fuck? Jesus.
That's so cool. I love stuff like that. Like details like that. Even it's not really a detail, but you know what I mean.
But shit like that's grounds for firing. So.
Oh, absolutely. But like, take the risk.
God.
Fuck it.
Dude, I don't know. It's crazy.
I do like stuff like that though. It genuinely is like one of my favorite things. Is when not a developer, but like someone who works on the game is like, you know what would make this game really fucking stupid? Is if we did this, and I'd be like, yep, that's absolutely right. That would make it stupid. Do it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's whatever. But it was fun. Like as a fan, I watched that and I was like, I wonder who did that. But hey, it's on the internet. It's not like I'm talking about anything secret. God, it's hot today.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Like it's out there now.
I'm very scared about that happening with this one. But hey, people are gonna find out a way to do it, and they're gonna do it. So can't really control it. I just gotta make sure I don't do anything stupid when the characters are off screen. That's all.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I feel like when people do that, like for cinematics, right? It breaks the cinematics so much for people. It breaks it for me if I see it though. That world building and that like the magic, like movie magic. A little bit, it breaks it for me.
Yeah, I can see why totally. Like.
I mean, you said you've never seen like animation done until you saw Josh started doing it, right? Like. Yeah,
I'd never seen like behind the scenes forever.
Like, and then that's the way he's animating is how we all do it, by the way. Like hand-key stuff, like we're faking it to camera a lot, almost all the time. We're faking it to make it look good. Not the only time, but one of the rare times that you cannot fake it is in the middle of the gameplay, like video games, where the camera can go anywhere. You can't fake that. You gotta make it accurate.
Yeah, which is why cutscene animations always look better than the actual in-game animations, because.
Yeah, but even with cutscenes, there's some you can't do. Like, I think me and Josh talked about this one time, where he had a spaceship scene, and I had referenced his spaceship scene, and I did a similar scene for like a similar like feeling for Destiny. But however, I cheated it, and the effects team came down on me with a band of hammers of all kinds because they're like, the effects broke because of you. Because it's showing that you're faking your flight animation. And I was like, oh no.
Never fake the flight animation.
No, and then at that point, it's like the amount of effort you have to do to make the flying in 3D space, like CG space, correct, it has to be so good, like accurate as hell, and it needs to feel like a spaceship, but you're still building a fantasy ship. Like if it's not a realistic game or whatever, right? And Destiny's not super realistic. It's a push reality. It's a push. It's like kind of like a fantasization of motion and poses. So you wanted to have this kind of like Fast and the Furious feel, but also it's a spaceship. So I like ever since that day, every time I see a spaceship flying or anything kind of like in the air, mad props. I was like, man, mad respect for you. That's hard work. Every time.
Yeah, don't blame me. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like cutting corners with stuff. I'm one of these people who likes to do meticulous detail with everything, even if you don't see it. Which I guess is like a downfall with stuff, because obviously it can really fuck with workflow if you're doing something on a professional level. Luckily, I'm not, like ever. So that's kind of like okay for me, I guess. Oh shit! Sorry, 1 minute. I'm just trying to. Oh fuck. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this stuff working.
Oh my. Good God, what is
What
happening
happened,
there?
dude, your renders. What's going on?
I don't know what I've done. What have I done? There's just loads of lights. Maybe that's.
All I wanted today was to upload.
But the problem is, instead of there's no really, it's not to explain. There's no optimization on OBS's end to prioritize it over other stuff if you are currently live, which means that if you do something else in the background instead of prioritizing OBS to maintain the stream, it will just crash OBS.
So it's a low priority.
Yeah, it's low priority, but even if you set priority to high through Task Manager, it just makes shit really unstable. Like it's really good as far as software goes. It's class, top of the line type shit. But God, it can be so problematic all the time.
Because I use OBS right now to record meetings and like
Oh, yeah, it's
notes.
really good for recording stuff, yeah. But like if you're
Yeah.
going live and you run something, like it's really shit. Right pain in the ass, yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's the
My
only reason
OBS
I
crashed, by the way,
discuss
guys. That's why.
Damn it,
Am I
Josh. Got
back
me all
live?
thinking about stuff.
Have I?
Yeah, you have. I was like, okay, well, how do I make this? If I were to
Apologies.
apply at a certain amount of time, it's not a bad thing. It's. I actually never came in here to expect that. I just wanted to come in here and just have a place to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm to select these and then
Well, okay.
subscribe.
I'm gonna do
Is your
it
stream like still down?
It shouldn't be now.
Let me go check
Okay.
for you real quick.
Oh, you're just not moving. That's all.
Let me refresh the page real quick. I'll tell
There
you
it is. You're
still
good.
down.
I
You're
can
good
see
on
myself
Twitch.
moving, so it should be.
Yeah,
good.
you're good now. Yeah,
It should be back
You're
up.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it just took a second. Hey, the VFX is now live. Woo! Oh shit. I need to
Again.
do that.
How's the streaming going for you, Josh? I haven't heard you talk about it in general.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Um,
Consistent viewer base yet? I have no idea.
Fairly. I mean, I'm splitting it between YouTube and Twitch, so I'm streaming on both at the same time. So like, I get more views on YouTube. I think that's mainly because I have more people on it.
Is it because you already had a
Yeah.
channel to begin with and everything?
Yeah. But it's all right. I enjoy it. It's good fun. It'll be better when I'm not streaming animation. When I'm streaming like playing MCC, I enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah, I can see that.
But
Well, my plans a couple years ago was that my best friend and I was originally gonna go to take some classes online. So we have a channel that's a dual stream channel. In the morning, daytime, from until evening would be work, like animation, because I'm doing my student work.
Yeah.
And then at night would be us two streaming together on one channel, and it'd be like us being stupid in video games. And our whole motto is like Dumb and Dumber, because yes, he's dumb, but he's smarter than the dumber one, which is me, because I'm very bad at video games. But all we do is just do dumb things to each other all day.
That's pretty much what my main streaming stuff will be like once episode 3 is done.
Yeah.
Like, I like streaming animation stuff because like some people are interested, and I would be streaming this in my Discord anyway, so I'm like, I might as well just do it live.
Make till off it, yeah.
But also it's like, it's this slow progress thing. Like, to me, it's just like, it's more of a hobby. I'm not really. It would be amazing to do this as a full-time thing, but I don't think I'd ever earn the same amount of money that I do from work doing this. So to me, I treat this as like, it's just something fun that I like doing.
Right.
But I know some people kind of start streaming because they're like, I want to do this as a job. And I feel like
That's the wrong reason.
it's the wrong reason to do
sometimes.
it, yeah. I do
Yeah,
it for the fun of it.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so the reason why I wanted to start streaming is because I had a problem with not having an office, and I'm running into that right now at work, kind of. Because when you're in an office space, or like the mental space of an office, right? Like, people around you, they can come up to you anytime, they can talk to you anytime. You know, you're focused, you're on point, you're working. I mean, while I talk to you guys, I get so much done, it's ridiculous.
Oh, I think my Maya's crashed. I've literally been sat here staring at my Maya like, is it loading? And I genuinely think it's just crashed.
Yeah, and so that's the whole thing about me wanting to stream, was giving me an excuse to be accountable for my schoolwork, right? Because if it's just work you do at home, I can always convince myself to do it, but the effort, the amount of hours and dedication you do could vary, right? If I didn't have a schedule, there wouldn't be no schedule. It'd be like, oh, I'll do 2 hours today, maybe 5 hours tomorrow, you know? It'd be off kiltered. Nothing solid to work off of. Now, if I'm streaming every day of my work every day,
You've got that
One-
interaction again.
you got that interaction. 2, I actually really enjoy teaching people animation. I might not be the best and I might not know everything, but I'm willing to learn from people who are one of the few animators. One of them was Strauss, who's over at now Insomniac. He was at Weta, and he would be like, bro, you kind of know what you're talking about, you should start streaming, I'll send all my people to you. I was like, oh okay, I'll think about it. And same thing with Blizzard animator, who streams occasionally. Currently they're both very busy, so they haven't streamed in a long time now. But you know, the problem with streaming is if you're working full time as an animator, it's hard to want to do it at home sometimes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think, and partly because in narrative, when I was working at other places, there was so much crunch. I didn't even have time to hang out with my friends. It would be this weird thing of, I wake up, I get breakfast, shower, work. As soon as I get off work, guess what? It's time to go to sleep. And literally that was on repeat for months on end. I hate, like, a very small part of me really hate that monotonous feeling. So it's like, oh god, imagine working long hours to the point where you don't have a social life anymore.
Yeah,
No, fuck that.
I get
I
that.
don't have a social life anyway, but fuck that.
Yeah,
If
but
you're
like
dependent on
ability
it,
to, and I have 8 hours of sleep a night, but like that's all I have. There is no in between the sleep and the work. There's like maybe a 30-minute window or an hour window for food and shower, and maybe do a 30-minute gym.
Dakota, if you're still here, and also
that's not
Snipes.
living.
Yeah,
That's
I just unlisted them,
you're
so
living
hopefully
to work
that's
and not work
fixed
to
it.
live, you know. And
yeah, dude, totally. I agree
the
with that.
crunch is fucking terrible, but that
Let-
was
let
one
me
of
know
those
if that's
things where
fixed, and
early in my
I'll have
career I
another
wasn't
look.
good enough. Yeah, and you know, I wish I stopped working to pay bills and started taking classes first, so that my skill level was higher when I joined the workforce in the industry. I just kept on going until Oh, okay. Now I can kind of do it.
Can someone just double check my channel and just make sure that like I've just unlisted the live streams?
Let me go check for you.
Let me see. I'm gonna.
I like
you-
I unlisted the whole playlist, so I'm hoping that would unlist the individual.
It's
YouTube
got
stuff?
today's one up, but it's still got ones up from like a week ago. I'm just gonna keep refreshing. Yeah, it's got every stream from the past 7 days up. Oh wait, no, actually, it's got all of them up for me still. Take a minute to update.
Unlisted. Unlist.
Yeah, just give him a minute to update then. It should be fine.
And my buddy is working on a VR game right now. Well, kind of VR game. Their last VR game didn't do so hot. And I'm worried about him. Just because, like, VR is not, like it's an interesting avenue to go into, but if it doesn't sell, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Like your game, you know? Are you using occlusion in your lighting or textures on that render that you showed me, Dash?
Ambient occlusion, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also using depth of field to put the focus on the character, so the background is a bit more blurry. The only problem I'm having is when I'm rendering, you can see sort of the background is kind of staticky, but I think that's down to resolution and samples. But I don't think there's much more I can do about that because I rendered that in 1080 because I don't want to render in 4K because my PC's shit, so it break. But as soon as I'm able to render in 4K, hopefully that background issue I've got there will disappear.
Right.
Also, the mirroring is just there to give it an actual environment, to give it depth. That's the only reason I've got those backgrounds like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't do backgrounds. I'd just do PNGs.
Right, that makes sense. You know what's really annoying is when Maya's so slow and a restart doesn't fix it.
Cannot relate.
Oh god. My scene is so heavy that opening it up, if it ever crashes, it's like, oh, there's another 10 minutes of my life waiting for it to open. Thanks, Maya.
If I could tell you the amount of time I'm going to spend on this mod just trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to get it to work, I would. But I just couldn't tell you, truthfully. Thinking maybe I can just reset all this stuff then. Bring that back down to a flat state.
Premiere.
Come on, let's just deselect all this stuff. Oh, you know what? That's actually good enough.
60.
Okay.
Thanks,
That's
Snaps.
so cool, man.
So when you did this, did you shade it smooth, Josh, or did you leave it
Did what?
the arc?
It's all. What do you mean?
So when you were done, you know the way you've got actual edges on the faces. Did you shade it smooth to blend those better, or did you leave it basically stock, considering how sort of I say stock, I mean unsmooth, considering what foreigner structure's like? I don't know how to word it.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Okay, when you have a cylinder, for example, you can shade it to be smooth, which basically just sort of curves those edges, so it's a more smooth finish.
Yeah.
Did you do that with the arc or with select parts?
Kind of. I don't know. I don't know how to describe the way I just model stuff as they are, and it smooths the render time.
I'm just really trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing here. I'll tell you what, for a sense of scale, let's just put a fucking ball in it. Let's go.
You know, I promised my coworkers I worked late today.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have a group, that late night group. I have to start doing overtime soon.
Oh no.
They took one of my shots and gave it to outsourcing without telling.
Oof.
Because I saw in my sprint plan that I'm implementing a first version of that, and I'm like, I didn't do that yet. Who did it? They sent it out. Yep, shit. So I'm one shot down. I only have 2 shots now in this game. God damn it. I found out this morning, so it's like, oh man.
Sucks.
Yeah, so
I've had that
my
happen.
plan was, yeah, it's okay. It's not on them. It's kind of my fault a little bit because I've been trying to just have a somewhat balance to my life, like 40 hours a week. If I need to push it, 43. You know, just a couple extra hours every so often. I didn't want to just burn out so quickly, because when you hit burnout, that's it. It's over. You know, like you're burnout for a while, right? You know, but I wouldn't say I'm behind. I feel like with the amount of palms that popped up, there was nothing we could do because then another animator, if they did it, they would have ran into the same problem. So it's not really my fault, but at the same time, I could have spent more time solving those issues if I worked longer. You know what I mean? Like into the night or something.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I just fixed that, by the way.
It's okay. I mean, I was hoping to finish the scene sometime soon and then bid for a third scene, a fourth scene, if I can get my third scene done. But now that I don't have a third scene, I'm wondering if I can bid for one of the more heavier scenes. You know, one of the more emotional scenes that we didn't get to do or send out. And yeah, I would love that. Actually, that might be a better call. The scene that they took away from me was a pretty cool scene, but it is a complicated scene now that I think about it. Actually, I have too many complicated scenes. Shit. Whatever.
Look what turned up right as I kind of come to the end of episode 3.
Oh, what happened?
10 terabytes.
Oh shit!
Because
For
I've
your PC or
almost
for
used
Red?
8 terabytes. It's for my PC. Hopefully it will fit inside.
How much did that cost you?
Wait a minute.
was like
8 terabytes for just episode 3?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
Fuck
No,
you, John.
no. It's for episode
God.
episode 1 and 2 as well. This is
How big are
basically
these renders?
this whole project essentially is.
Is it all 4K? Is that why?
No. There's just like
Tuna redeemed
effects and
hybrid,
like.
by the way. Have a drink.
Oh, that's me.
I'm hydrating myself with Pepsi.
Oh, dude, Pepsi or Pepsi Max?
Max.
Top man.
Because it actually tastes alright.
I don't even know what Max
Episode
is.
3. How big is episode 3? So episode 3.
Sugar-free.
I'm gonna let that
Sugar-free
run.
Pepsi, but it's like really, really nice. It's better than regular Pepsi. Which the same can't be said for like Coke Zero and Diet Coke. But I try not to drink regular Coke anyway, so kind of stuck with Coke Zero, Pepsi Max. And it's always gonna be Pepsi Max.
You know, I don't want to visit Singapore randomly. I don't know why.
I've heard it's illegal to have chewing gum there.
Huh?
It's illegal to have chewing gum there.
Chewing gum?
Yeah, or
I
bubble
thought
gum.
it was.
That's what Americans
I
call
thought it was illegal to litter.
it. I'll fact check that because now that I say it out loud, it sounds kind of dumb.
Yeah. But definitely, you cannot bring drugs into that country. It is super illegal there, and you got to sign a waiver to go about all that. I do know about that situation.
The
Because
chewing gum sales ban in Singapore has been in force since 1992. Since
What the
2004,
fuck?
an exception has existed for therapeutic, dental, and nicotine chewing gum, which can be bought from a doctor or registered pharmacist. So yeah, you can't
What?
have chewing gum in Singapore. That's ridiculous.
I do say though, Singapore is also the cleanest country in the world. So
Yeah, that's the trade-off. Is they
Yeah.
actually are a nice country.
yeah,
Like,
I do know
literally,
that with
so.
the whole drug thing, it makes like a lot of people are like, because in America, in a lot of states, weed is legal, and they're like, my weed smoking friends are like, what the fuck? That's fucking weird, man. About Singapore and Asia and their whole drug ban stuff, and it's because they had an opiate problem way long ago, and it got way out of hand to the point where everyone was getting addicted to it. And it was
Yeah,
like
getting it to the point it's at now was so
huge
difficult that
drug
you want to maintain it.
trafficking. Yeah, it's like ridiculous. So in Singapore, I believe it's punishable by death just for
Holy
weed.
shit!
I think I'm going to fact
List
check
of places I'm not going to.
that.
Singapore.
Singapore, but I think it's only Singapore weed law. Let's just take a look. Cannabis is illegal for recreational purpose. Okay, so they must have went back on it a little bit, because they do have medicinal purposes has been allowed under extraordinary circumstances in recent years. There you go. Possession or consumption can result in a maximum of 10 years in prison with a possible fine of $20,000, as well as caning under the misuse. Caning! Holy shit, that's...
Wait, what?
Caning? Like a cane?
Yeah,
Smacking
yeah. I just can't
yeah.
believe I had it.
Under the Misuse of Drug Act. So it's a whole law. It's an act. It's even crazy. Wow. I thought it was just... Yeah, so... Yeah. But it's because... So the only reason is because... It's not the fact that it's weed, it's the fact that it's all drugs, right? Opiates in general, right? Like, it's all of it. So weed as a lowest form of it is still part of it.
There's like some ridiculous law here in the UK where it's like you can't have a fish outside of a container or plastic bag in the presence of the royal family or some shit like
Lost
that.
for Animations, I have seen that stuff.
So you can't walk
his
down the
stuff is
street and have a
awesome.
fish and
Really,
the
really
queen be in
cool.
front of you, otherwise you can get arrested. Unless it's in a bag. It's something really ridiculous like that.
All this stuff looks sick. Much more
Like,
Halo.
imagine getting a concealed carry permit for a fucking salmon.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. In your case, a tuna. But
Right? It's crazy. So my lead was out all the rest of the week, and all of us were like, I hope it's not like for something bad, like a funeral or something. And she's like, oh no, we're just gonna go watch whale watching. I was like, oh, thank goodness. You should have led with that.
Yeah, that'd been a great place to
We're all
start,
sitting over here worried, sick over her.
I wasn't expecting that, man.
Oh, that's... and I'm like, wait, where do you go fucking whale watching here? It's like... Oh, it's cool though.
In the sky, just sat in a helicopter with the...
Not gonna lie, speaking of
Lobsters.
like the sea in general, I had the best lobster ever
I don't
a
like
couple
lobster.
years ago. Dude, lobster... But here's the thing, lobster in general is okay, but when it's fresh caught, it's the best.
Oh, fresh caught's like really good, but I'd rather not eat it at the same time.
Yeah, I love lobster, but it's so fucking expensive. And partly because I'm landlocked, meaning I'm inside the land, like not
Yeah,
anywhere
like
near
you're
the
not
coast
near
at all.
like the coast,
Yeah,
so
for
it's
most of
harder
it.
to get like
Yeah,
seafood.
yeah.
Yeah.
And all the
Why
best
is
lobsters
Mamayo?
are more north. They're more north. They're in America, like they're in the northern side of the U.S. So I had a couple years back, I drove up to Maine, just to... I forgot my friend lived there, but like I went up there and just had fresh caught lobster. They caught it, they brought it to the restaurant, literally right on the docks, and had lobster right there, right then. And I was like, Jesus, best 5-hour drive in my life. It's so good, so good.
Episode 3 is actually smaller than I thought it would be.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not 8
I-
terabytes, it's only 7.5. Woo!
No, it's 1.8 terabytes. That's just for like
One-
it's just for like the scene files and the renders. But
Jesus.
the whole thing, like including all the assets I built and like all the files that go along with that
Yeah, your source material.
is
Wow,
At
Jesus.
the moment, 4.7 terabytes, but it's going up. 5 terabytes. Almost at 6 terabytes. 5.8
Oh, God.
terabytes for everything that I've created for my channel so far.
That's
Quite a lot.
amazing.
But now I have another 10. I don't. My scene keeps crashing, and that's really weird because I'm just rendering a door of all things.
Dude, I want
I'm
to.
gonna delete everything out of this scene. It's just this stuff.
But to the poor stretch on the door.
Yeah, because that's realistic. I got my second jab today.
You got your second jab?
I'm fully vaccinated now. My shoulder
That's two.
is killing right now.
That's gonna be your arm is gonna be ridiculously fucking tight.
Yep.
Beyond
Why-
that, you should be fine though. I don't
Which
know
which one
anyone
did
who's
you
had
get?
that
Which Harry
Pfizer.
Potter house? You got the Pfizer house?
But the guy who gave me the jab, he said like he got his and he went to the gym and he said lifting weights on the arm makes it heal quicker. Like you don't
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah.
I have a weight here
Um,
that's fairly heavy.
Yeah. That does work. I've used that. However, it got to the point where
Just watching you fucking
Just doing
in
it.
pain.
Oh,
yeah, I had to take
shoulder.
some pain meds.
I might take some
Little bit.
paracetamol actually. It's a good shout.
Yeah.
Dude, watching you fight for your fucking life lifting that weight is probably the funniest fucking thing I've seen
Fucking
in a
shoulder.
long time. Was that your new chair, by the way?
My new chair. Do you like it?
The Secret Labs, yeah. I just noticed
Oh,
that.
you got everything? You got everything?
Dude,
Damn. How do you liking the
Dude,
fabric
clean.
over?
Ooh.
Is it fabric?
it's so sick.
Yeah.
Like
Bro,
it is honestly
that looks so sick.
the most comfortable like chair I've ever
Oh,
had in my life.
you got the Titan chair. So the Titan ones are bigger, right? Or is it made for more weight? I'm not sure. Damn.
I'm waiting for the chair to just fly out from fucking underneath
This is
You
I
can
can't-
sleep on that.
I
actually.
can't like tilt the thing, but
It's super unnerving, isn't it?
No.
like,
no, no.
leaning
At
back.
first it was.
I'm like
At first
fully
it was, but
horizontal.
no.
It's
Yeah.
so sick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my chair just hit my computer and I thought I was going to turn it off. Oh, that would have been so annoying.
Oh my god! Like,
I
just
thought
closed
I-
up that
So I'm
camera.
like fully like reclined, and when I first did
How
this,
tall-
I thought I broke the chair. I didn't realize that you have to like lean back and then lean forward to like get it to come back up.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I was freaking out for like all of 10 minutes before I realized.
I think my chair reclines, but I don't want to do it in case I fall off.
It's so
So,
good. Although my
I
head
have
from that
one
angle, it looks a bit sus.
Yeah,
I
that
don't-
pillow. Hey,
Oh, the pillow's
be
so
careful.
good.
Don't rub the pillow too much because that foam on the back will
Oh, it-
come off, and that's yeah. Oh, it took me 5 years for it to come off, but it's foam. It's not rubber.
Yeah.
That like little strip, right? That keeps it in place so it doesn't just slide all over the place.
Yeah. Magnetic.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh wait, that's a magnetic. They changed it all. This I have the one with the strap still.
Oh no, this isn't rubber. This is like a fabric. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
super nice. It's all magnet at the back. Like there's like
Oh my god, they
there's
changed
this
it.
strip.
That's awesome.
So where I'm pinching there, that's like magnet all the way down,
Yeah,
and
that's
you
way
can basically
better.
just like
Maybe
sticks.
maybe the Omega series, which is funny because I bought the Omega chair for school to, but the Omega chair has the symbol of the God of War symbol on it.
Oh yeah, because it's the Omega symbol. Yeah.
And I bought this 4.5 years ago to go to class. And so in one of my calls with my coworkers, they were like, "Wait, do you have a God of War chair?" I was like, "Oh no, man, that's just an Omega Secret Labs chair." And they were like, "Dude, did you predict you're gonna work here?" I was like, "Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes, I
did."
totally did.
Dude, I might get the Titan one next.
that's what I got.
That-
It's
that's a-
sick. I love it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
Yeah,
grabbing one, but I'm currently using like a DX Racer, and it's pretty good.
those
It's
are.
pretty
I think the
comfortable.
DX racers are just as good or even better. I like the
Yeah, but
Secret
the
Labs chair
cushion, the
because
back
it
of my head's
doesn't
worn
look
out.
like. It doesn't look like. Well, it looks okay actually. You know.
I love this chair. I'm so happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that you
It's
got
just
it.
like super comfy.
Do
Like
you
I could
like
tell
the
because
the
you.
fabric though? Because
yeah,
you got the fabric one,
yeah,
right?
it's sick. It's not
Uh,
as fabric as I thought it would be in a good way.
oh
Like
yeah, okay, that's good.
it's
Cause
so well built. Like it feels really like high quality. Like
yeah,
I love it.
you know the flap that's to your right and left of your thighs. The
Hmm?
flap to the flap of foam
Oh
that's
yeah.
on the right and left. Just be careful with that one edge, okay? Because that is foam, but you can deform it that where it stops hugging that support a little bit. Just so you know, so don't spread your legs too wide.
I'm just like
That's all.
sat like that.
Yeah, it'll almost slip off the support like material under that where it came from, and then it just stays like that from now on. And it's not a big problem for me. It's just more of the fact that like, oh man, I know it's not on the thing. I want to fix it, but I don't want to ruin the chair. It's a good stuff. It's a damn good chair. I slept on this chair several times when I was moving.
It's pretty damn sick. Do you
Hmm.
like it?
I can tell you're happy with the chair because there was a moment of pure elation in your face as you threw the pillow at the chair and it just magnetized to it.
It's so
Hmm.
sick.
Did you get the table too?
I bought my girlfriend this same chair but in pink, and I bought
Oh yeah.
the Magnus desk as well. It's coming on Friday.
Oh nice.
Oh, dude, I wanted to go on those desks, but it feels really overpriced for what it is.
Oh, 100% it is.
Like,
But
I'd
Four
love to
hundred
get
dollars.
one of
it
those.
looks like it's really well built though. So
Wait, how much is the DX Racers? If
I don't know.
The
I've had this
Magnus
one for a
is like
couple of years.
400 quid.
oh, it's the same thing then.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is like I've had this chair for a couple of years. That's why I'm looking to upgrade anyway.
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't spend this money on a chair again when I can get a chair that's a knockoff DX Racer. It's
right.
just as good.
Yeah, I do see
And
you
a desk, I could just get like an IKEA desk. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna manhandle my desk. I just need something
Right.
to hold my shit.
Yeah, I'm so glad I bought this because when what I was using at home on my PC, I didn't have a good chair. It was just like your office max chair, your typical office chair. But that shit like died almost instantly, and I always had to get a new one. I decided to get ever since I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to do homework at home, right? Because I wasn't taking classes yet until then. That means I'm gonna sit because at work we have Aeron chairs at the time, so I can
Yeah.
sit all day or stand all day. Um, but at home I'm like, that's a different story. Yeah. So as soon as I bought it, I was like, okay, sitting at home working animation for 8 hours a day is not a pain in the butt, like literally, which was a problem before. Um, now it's like, oh, my butt's supported. You know. And since I bought it 4.5 years ago, because it's such a I know like $400, but it lasted like so many lifetimes of other cheap chairs. So it's that shoe problem. You buy a cheap pair, you pay more for over time.
Yeah, I'm at block with the Arc currently. If I'm honest with you, I'm currently at like a big
God, I
block with it.
really want that table.
Um, just a question: what do you suppose the best way of making these arms is? You know, the larger arms on the Arc. Would you say just use a rectangle and thin it out through subdivision?
Yeah.
My God.
Hmm.
Why is
It's
this
getting the curvature
very
right as well.
dark?
Is there a side angle of it? Oh, this one looks really good. Oh, but that's the greater arc. Fuck's sake. You know, okay, let's work with that then. Just make the sphere in the middle disappear. Add a cube.
Mm.
Scale up.
plugins. Let's see how I get this. Please don't crash.
Okay. Know what I need to do? Ground fucking texture. Don't need textures
And
here.
then I need to scale down Z. That. And then can I just extend one face? Oh my god, I can. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh. Secret Lab Chubs are so good.
They're so good, dude.
Like they look super good, and that's the reason I want to grab one. But as it stands currently, like say, is it just it's not worth an investment for me? I don't think. Like
No.
again, I can get a cheaper version of a DX Racer. I just need something that cushions my butt and something I've got from the back for back support and neck support. And as far
Right.
as desks go, IKEA will do the trick, you know. Like
Which is a completely valid point. Like,
Mm-hmm.
IKEA does some cool stuff.
well, it's not so much they do cool stuff, but it's just, you know, like I don't want to spend 400 quid on a metal table just because it's got like a bunch of cable organization shit on the side when I could buy like, you know, those little
Which is
plastic
fair.
hooks you get. You know those plastic hooks you can get that have like extreme super glue like on the
Yeah.
back of them. You just peel it off and stick. Get a bunch of them. Does the same trick. I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it when like I can feasibly afford to be paying money out like that. But I just think as it stands, maybe that might just be a waste of my money. Okay, looks good there.
This is being smooth.
Okay.
What is going
One. Breakfast.
correct?
And then if I rotate along the x-axis, that's the wrong way, it's the y, no, it's the z-axis, by 180 degrees, that's in the same spot. Oh, dude, I'm fucking learning. Holy shit.
I completely agree, Lostfire. Halo 2 doors looks so much better than Halo 3.
90, and then that needs to be there, and that needs to be there, and that needs to be 0. And then I can duplicate that and go for keys. And then
Does that look similar to that?
plus 39.
Cool. We all set up. We're all set up.
Minus 90. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking genius. Look at this shit. Alright. Sorry to seem to blow my own horn there, but like, I'm really happy with how
man.
quickly I've just managed to do that.
Don't worry, dude. Blow the horns.
I'm just alarmed at how fast. So now what I can do is I can join all of these together.
Covenant doors, strip lights. Save this.
Get that onto them.
When you load up the door, it feels like your GPU will burn up. I can rinse through this stuff. I'm gonna set this off to render overnight, and then all my renders for episode 3 are done.
Are you gonna composite? Or
Yeah, and then I have compositing, which I did want to put a load of atmospherics and like smoke and like flood fog and stuff, but it's so much work that it could end up taking me like another month or two, and I feel like it wouldn't add enough to warrant me doing it. So I might do it every now and again if I can get a system that's quick, but Hemisphere, I'll be doing others. I'll be doing another project that won't be Character Force related. So safe. There will be stuff to come. I think once episode 3 is done, I'll be modeling a ODST. So.
Dude, I'm excited to see
And
that.
yeah, Halo 3 anniversary cutscene.
Is it the one we discussed,
Which one?
or is it the other one, the one you were already working on?
It's not episode 4, if that's what you're talking about.
No, I mean, for Halo 3. Is it the
The final cutscene?
final cutscene? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the actual name.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't have a title card, does it? That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah, just the
I
final cutscene.
don't think it does, yeah.
Yeah, well, it won't do, will it? Because there's no gameplay to follow. So.
True, but then the other cutscene's called like epilogue. Or prologue, whatever it's called.
Very true.
Yeah, it's true, but it's the end of a mission. It's not like its own separate.
Hey, Bacon.
I mean, either way, yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing that as well.
I think...
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, Dakota.
Hey. What's up?
I can see you cleaned up the channel now, Josh.
I did. It was a good call.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about, though. Definitely,
It makes sense. I went through like 7 of the videos, and I could have sworn I did it. And then when you said that it was still there, I went back and looked, and it had reset, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was my bad. It was a good call. Thanks.
Yeah, but definitely put them in like a playlist whenever you can, and then like have it as a playlist on your channel. So if people want to go back and like watch your shit to like learn or just watch your workflow,
But if
they
they're
can you can just tell them there's a playlist.
But if it's unlisted, oh, do you mean
Yeah,
like
but-
just keep it
no,
as like a
because
link?
no, because you can on your channel you have created playlists. Like you already have like a Q&A playlist, behind the scene vlog stuff like Halo 3 remastered cutscenes and all that stuff. All you have to do is add like streaming VODs, and then people can watch your unlisted videos as long as they have a link to them.
There should be a live stream playlist.
Oh yeah, there you go. I see it. And yeah, since they're unlisted, if as long as there's a link to them, which is what your playlist is for, they can go back and watch any stream they missed without it like cluttering up your channel.
So if you click on the live stream playlist, can you see all of them?
Yeah, I can see every single one.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah, I can see the all the way back to September 23rd, 2020.
The 1 minute streams where I was actually trying to set up
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. The 2 minute streams, the 3 minute streams, the 42
Yeah.
second streams. But yeah, no, they're all there.
Dude, your model of the Arbiter for Full Circle was awesome, by the way.
Thanks, man.
The model of the Arbiter? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna-
model
I'm gonna
of
be
the
honest. I think I did a pretty to definitely toot my own horn just for a second.
Go for it. Fuck it. You
I
said to.
100% think I did a pretty decent job on a sculpt of Arbiter.
I'm upset that that's one of the assets you didn't do a turntable for. That's like one of
Did
the.
I, did I not?
No, you
No.
never. You did it for the Halo 3 Master Chief, and you never. I was so upset when you didn't do for Arbiter, dude.
Okay, I'll set that off overnight. I'll do that tomorrow night. And then
I
I'll upload
appreciate
it.
that, because yeah, no, I really want to see like the fine details, because like you get like decent footage of it in the render, like the actual cutscene, but you don't get to see like those fine details that I want to see in like a turntable.
I mean, I can show you the sculpt.
But the cutscene's trash anyways, because you didn't render the snow with motion blur, so who even cares?
Is
Shh!
that yeah?
Fucking stop outing me like that, God. The thing is, so I'm pissed off about that because I've now figured out how to do it with motion blur. I
remember when you found out how to do it with the blood.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and it's because
Yeah.
I had no idea how to do it, and I couldn't ask my friend at work, and then he showed me it, and I could re-render it, but I really can't be asked.
Off your stream, I want you to give me the secret, because I'm getting into using Houdini, and I'm just doing like tests with like snow.
Are you
And all
using
that?
Redshift or?
No, I'm using Octane.
I don't know how it would work with Octane. This is a
Octane,
purely
Octane,
Redshift.
no, Octane is like almost 1-to-1 with Redshift. It is.
Oh yeah, I know,
it
but
is
the
like,
way it's like set up, I don't know how that would translate to Octane. If it's the same sort of thing.
okay.
That's
I guess I'll just whenever you can, I'll just see how you do it with Redshift and see if I can translate it over to Redshift or Octane.
that'd be cool.
Or I
This
could
is-
just stop being lazy and finally get a subscription to Redshift.
That's what I did. I bought it. Never looked back. And Redshift is honestly insane. And Redshift RT came out like yesterday, which is
Yeah,
their like
yeah, no,
real-time
I've seen
thing,
people
which
do
is
some tests. I've seen people do some tests of that. It looks pretty fucking promising. I won't lie.
I'm like super excited to see how it can't handle motion blur displacement or depth of field, which is kind of needed for anything that you ever render. But if you're doing like
Yeah.
a car or something that has none of that, then it'll be real time.
It's definitely in like its beginning stages, but it is exciting that it's finally getting like that nice RT going.
Yeah.
I will say, the more I look back at your full circle video, it feels like just yesterday I was watching you do the particle sim for the snow. Like, it does not feel like it was that long ago. Dude,
It
that
doesn't,
sculpt is
right?
so fucking cool, though. Look at this. Leave it like that. No, take the head back off. Leave it with just the teeth in the eyes.
What? No head?
Just no head, no helmet, just teeth and eyes. It's pretty good.
Thanks. But
Dude,
That
really
is
yeah,
like,
that sculpt's
definitely
fucking
if
solid.
I like
amazing.
hide all the armor and all the kind of like clothes that he wears, I guess you'd call it.
Like the tech suit.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Where is it?
Yeah, that's.
The red one. Oh no. This one? No. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's because I'm on it. Ah, that makes sense. So this was the sculpt, which is based off of Blur's sculpt, and I was using that as like reference, like heavily.
Yeah.
But obviously, you don't see anything of his body, so it's pretty pointless that sculpts the body.
No,
Mhm.
but you've got it now,
But-
though, right? Like, it's there.
I was pretty happy with the head. Bearing in mind, I'm not a sculptor, and I've never claimed to be.
Yeah, that head's fucking
But-
clean, dude.
And he should look fairly close to Blur's one. Not obviously 100% one-to-one, because I'm not a talented character artist like Blur have.
Okay, well, you can't say
But-
you're not a talented character artist and then show what you're showing on stream right now.
I was
That
pretty
looks
happy with it.
amazing. That looks amazing, dude.
And also, when you look at it from the top, it looks like a penis,
It does.
which
I was
is...
gonna say that from the
fun
side. I was like,
fact.
he looks like a helmet.
I really
God,
feel
it
like you
looks
should do
quite
more.
fun,
I
actually.
think you should honestly do more than a turntable for this asset. I think like the close-ups you're doing right now, on like the head sculpt and all. I think you should do like a turntable plus like a couple
The
of
thing
close-ups.
is, so if I was doing this properly, I would
Josh
probably...
describing the elite's head as a penis. I had to come in here after that.
If I was resculpting this, I would redo all these details differently, because you have to like over sculpt in ZBrush so that when you get it back into like Redshift and you have displacement, if
Yeah.
you do it like I've done, which looks like this looks really nice in ZBrush, right? It looks really detailed. In Redshift, all of this disappears, and it looks like
All that
it's-
detail.
It literally looks like I've gone. It will look like this, which like still looks fine, but you don't get any of like this nice like pore detail, like skin wrinkles and stuff. It doesn't look as detailed as it should.
How would
So
you even
you-
go about capturing that in
So you
Getting-
have to like over sculpt it. So like these wrinkles in ZBrush, these wrinkles will be super deep, and then when you get the displacement out, it kind of like softens it a little bit. It's really weird. And you have to like find the balance.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Can we see with the armor on dead quick again? I'd just like to see the sculpt of the armor,
armor.
if you don't mind. Yeah, like with
This.
helmet and all. No, like the full suit.
You sculpted the armor in ZBrush too?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that helmet,
Like-
that is beautifully done.
Can I ask why you sculpted it instead of modeling it?
Because trying to model this detail would just take forever and a while. You could, I literally just like,
Okay.
you could just go boop boop boop. It's like drawing. And like the topology with all these like, I mean, this looks kind of like messy, but I did rush it. But like getting all of this topology to work with the right edges and stuff, it's
Right.
just so much easier to use a brush in ZBrush that kind of like curls it like metal would be.
Uh huh.
I mean,
You
you,
need to treat it
say
like
it
a
looks
normal
messy, but you forget that this armor, in terms of like canon, it would be literally forged. so it makes sense that it's not perfect anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also in my head, I'm like, it's metal, so it's going to reflect.
that
So
is
you probably
gorgeous.
wouldn't like
Look at
Yeah.
that.
find. You would probably wouldn't notice anything that's slightly off.
That's what I really liked about your cutscene compared to the original one, was the fact that the Arbiter is for some reason now wearing bronze armor when he was wearing silver in Halo 2. Like in Halo
Shout
3.
out to Halo 3's weird lighting for
Yep.
not making Arbiter's armor work properly. Even
But
though
it's not even that. Like,
is
the
that
ripped
wasn't that
model
not a
is
myth?
also bronze.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't that like a myth that it was the lighting that was causing
Yeah,
him
the
to be
texture is
bronze?
literally bronze.
Yeah.
Is it? No, it's
You just
not.
change. I'm pretty sure it is.
The text? No, it's not, because I ripped the Arbiter to find out what the color was. That he
Oh,
he
for
is
real?
he is legit textured silver.
Oh, I honestly feel like there should be. I mean, knowing that they just came out with another Halo Master Chief Collection blog thingy, and announcing that they're like really pushing for Halo 3 modding support and just modding support for every Halo game. It'd be really interesting for them to bring back like Silver Arbiter, and I wonder how they would if they could get that to work.
There's gonna be some weird little internet freak who's like, no, you're changing Halo.
They're changing Halo. I mean, they also
You're
announced
changing
Halo 2
to match
Anniversary.
Halo 2.
They announced in that blog thing that they're doing Halo 2 Anniversary mod support, like this very early planning. So we probably won't see it for like a year or two.
That's
But
pretty
that just makes me think Halo 2 Anniversary, like co-op flood, like could be pretty cool. You probably make people play as ODSTs, the Halo 2 Anniversary ODSTs. Speaking of ODSTs, which ODST are you going to be modeling, Josh?
And why is it book?
It's not going to be a specific
Book.
character. It's gonna.
Oh, I don't mean character. I mean like
would-
which design.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell the difference between all the designs. I'm probably gonna base it off of Blur's again because I think their stuff is the best designed out of all of them.
Oh, so
So
Halo
you're
2
gonna go.
Halo 2.
So Halo 2 Anniversary ODST, the best one. Let's
I'm
go.
guessing so. Yeah.
I don't think it's the best one. I'm sorry. I'll fight you over this. I like it.
But
It's
so
really cool.
so my one's gonna be an amalgamation of Blur's Halo 2 Anniversary one. It will be the actual one from ODST and the one from
Here, I put it in chat for you.
I think Landfall had an ODST in it. No,
That's not ODST.
the
Oh,
com-
Landfall, sorry.
the I think it had a ODST in Landfall.
Landfall was ODSTs. I think you're on about Nightfall?
Landfall had ODSTs.
Yeah,
no,
Landfall.
Yeah, that had
did have
ODSTs,
ODSTs, right?
I thought you were about Nightfall
Yeah.
for a sec, sorry, that's my bad.
No,
Uh,
Landfall.
If you want to see Josh in Twitch stream chat, that's the top one is the
Yeah,
Blur
so-
Studios Halo 2 Anniversary ODST, and then the second one is
Yeah,
the
so I really like the top one. I think like sick, but it's going to be more as well. Like I'm going to basically mix and match. It's not going to be a perfect
Yeah.
carbon copy. Like I
Sorry?
really like the way.
I honestly think a mix of that Halo 2 Anniversary helmet with like the actual shoulders and like chest of Halo 3 ODST could be really fucking good.
Oh,
Like, really
funny
cool.
you
I
should
mi- I
mention
mixed
that,
the both of them.
Dakota.
is
That's
it? Is
really
this just?
funny you should mention that.
Is this
I've
just a
actually done
marine, or is this pretty
There
shit
you go.
quality? Jesus.
Dakota, there you go, in the stream chat.
Let me see this.
That's my own amalgamation of both of those designs.
This
dude,
isn't-
Oh
this-
yeah,
that's-
you got the
Dude,
legs.
the Landfall one is the best one. Goddamn.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
it's-
I'm-
it matches
I'm-
the Halo 3 one.
I think I'm gonna like.
Pretty much spot on.
I'm gonna steal most of my stuff from Landfall because I think obviously it's realistic because it's real.
That's all good reference too. That's a
But-
nice reference.
I just think they look fucking sick in Landfall.
I think that's
What
the
are
one
you-
that Absiv was based off. Like, he did his one
Yeah.
based off that, I think.
Yeah. Well, no,
Oh.
Abysiv's ODST was Halo 2 Anniversary ODST, and then he
No,
did
no,
another Halo 3 ODST.
Yeah, the this one here is based off the model that's in Halo 3, which I think is like what the Landfall one is based off, and
Yeah.
not the Halo 3 ODST version, which is a different style of ODST with more camouflage, more pouches and packs.
That battle rifle's way too small for that ODST.
Yeah. I have no
I mean,
idea how many
this
teeth
is
my
this is a
Arsenal
good
model
reference.
has. Quite a lot.
This is a good reference for the size.
Yeah, so I think that's what.
No, I meant
Is there really no like
the one
big-
above your picture.
I want this image. of
Oh,
high
okay.
res.
Which one?
One.
Like this one.
Dashies. Oh wait, who are you talking to?
They're all like really small.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you're gonna be hard pushed to get that. Let me. me have a look
Open
for you.
if you want, click on them and open original. Maybe that could help. It'll open up in your
It's-
browser in the full resolution.
Yeah, that's full.
Dang. I mean, to be fair, there isn't many photos
Ooh.
of the onset of landfall.
Hey, that's not bad. It's not the full picture, which is kind of annoying, but I'm definitely gonna be stealing the look of this chest stuff.
Yeah. What's the plan with the ODST model? You doing another like short thing?
Yeah, it's like a little side project. It's gonna be essentially my own little version of the show you.
When you're talking about it being sort of like landfall, do you mean in terms of like how it was shot, or it's like you mean like it's gonna be your own landfall?
Sorry, I didn't mean to say like landfall. I'm only taking the ODST design from Landfall
Oh, okay.
because I think he looks sick. But
He does look sick.
my version will be essentially a Halo version of this shot.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't even have the stream open.
Oh wait, wait, hang on.
Josh, I can't wait to see this, man.
Oh, so it's gonna be like an ODST drop pod soon?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice. I'm pretty sure ages like probably last year when we first started talking. I'm pretty sure I brought something up like that. I was like, I would love to see your own version of like the opening of like Halo 3 ODST.
I mean, mine's going to be more in the lines of the live action cinematic for the
Yeah.
ODST, but it's going to be like that Call of Duty thing where like he'll be dropping, but then like you'll see like banshees and shit fly past. There's going to be like I need to model a supercarrier as well because I just need all these assets. And then it'll be a
Josh, I
thing
will-
like as it goes past, one of the banshees going to clip and explode like right next to the pod, which are going to like it'll rip the door off. He'll like get flung out of it, and then it's going to follow him, kind of like the Call of Duty one. But then like on his
So-
way down, he's going to like I kind of want to make him land in water so he like can survive in a sense.
Yeah.
Land him in another pod that's also had someone ripped out of.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like one of these things. Like it's going to be over the top, but it's also like rule of cool. Hopefully,
What if he lands on a banshee and just fucking hijacks it?
well, yeah. I mean,
That's
you're-
too cool for an that's too cool for an ODST.
Well, no, I'm just like in my head. I already had the idea of him almost landing like in another pod, but I'm still trying to figure out how I can make that work and not look stupid.
I feel like it should also have a resemblance of like the part of the Titanic where like people are like falling. Like how crazy and brutal do you think this is gonna be? Because if like other pods are other
There's
pods
gonna
gonna be falling?
There's gonna be other pods around him, yeah, but they're all gonna be
Yeah.
the same
have an
ODSTs.
idea.
They're all at the same because I fucking
Okay.
playing different ones.
Because I
I've got
feel
an
like
idea.
watching an ODST pod fucking crash right through a banshee as it's flying past. Ooh.
Yeah. It'll be stuff like that. Really like gritty.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the quality will be. the
And are
highest
you gonna
quality
keep are you
stuff
gonna keep
like
it all first person as well?
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
I think it landing in water or the ODST landing in water and like freaking bringing up its like suppressed SMG and just running for oh my god, dude, that's such a sick idea.
Yeah. The main idea at the moment is just the whole drop, and like it's going to be this
Yeah.
big one shot where he's looking around, falling. He's kind of like spinning everywhere, so it's really disorientating. Like he'll fall through like loads of banshee debris and stuff like that. There'll be like long swords flying underneath him and all that sort of like loads of dogfight stuff happening all around
It's a
him.
war.
It's
You
like
got a
yeah,
war.
he's full on dropping into a war. Like that.
You
That's my
gotta-
plan.
You got a Star War.
But then I've
Us.
also got like another project that I want to kind of kick off, which is easier, a lot less work, and it's Halo
mean-
CE inspired.
You've been working on this like Halo specific like personal projects for a while, so taking a little bit of a breather for different subject matter would probably be very helpful.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Or not.
I mean, I can't really be bothered too much doing personal work that isn't Halo related because it's like the one thing
Yeah.
that I just enjoy doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said
Uh,
or not, because
I'm definitely going to take a break, 100%, because I need one.
Something I noticed like only just now. There's like a slight red hue to the visors of it's like a
Yeah,
slight
it's really
brownish red
cool.
hue. They look super sick.
Very, very cool.
I have an idea that may be of some use. So you know, instead of going like, I don't want to say over the top, but instead of having like the idea of him falling into another pod, what if like he sucked out the pod but grabs onto like the edge because the door's missing and shit, and you get that whole ordeal of like, that cliche they do in films where they grab on, they fucking look down while they're holding on with one hand.
That's
Something
true.
like akin to that. Because when ODSTs drop, they have a point in which they actually deploy a secondary chute to dump a lot of speed, so they maintain terminal velocity, basically.
Yeah.
So you actually see, if you rewind that a second, about 5 seconds to where the drop's happening, you can see out the window on the pod. You can actually see chutes deploying from the pods.
Yeah.
And like, I think if he gets back in and then pops the chute like that, then you've got that reason to sort of like, okay, he comes out the pod, sees all the mad action, gets back in, pops the chute, and then it's still over the top. You get shot off all that cool shit, but still have a completely plausible way for him to survive it.
Yeah, because him free falling and then hitting the water, it doesn't matter how much of how cool they are. They're
Rock and roll.
dead.
Yeah, the ODSTs in this one are based on the Halo 3 ODSTs. So they're not actually like the helmets they use in this are different to the ones in Halo 3, if memory serves.
I just love how
And then more
simple,
akin
like,
to the ones in Reach.
there's like no detail here at all. It's like super clean, super simple.
I also think they absolutely fucking nailed the polarization of the visor in this trailer. The
Yeah,
way
no, it
it
looks really
polarizes
good.
when he hits, it's perfect.
I just love the refraction, like really like angular refraction going on. It's so sick.
Yeah.
And the good thing about this is I don't have to model anything apart from eyes and a nose.
Yeah, please tell me you're doing this. You're going to do the polarization, right?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably just copy all this stuff because it's super simple.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, I love that reflection so much.
They nailed that.
I
How
love
do you reckon
the.
they did that?
Well, everything's fake. He's just waiting. There's nothing there. It's just him.
No, I mean, like, how do you reckon they did that? Is that just like.
The
they-
podering.
Yeah, because.
That's all
They
CG.
just,
So
they've just CG'd the reflection as well.
the whole visor is going to be CG.
Oh, that's. You can actually kind of see it at the edge where it connects to that black seam. I think.
I think that's reflection. I mean, it's done really well, but they would have had a match anim of the head, which would be like a head track. So it'd be absolutely spot on, and then have like a model of the visor that'd be completely tracked on. So in terms of like work, that's probably quite easy.
Okay.
You I think we talked about you like Secret War from you like the Secret War from Love, Death and Robots, right, Josh? The Russian one with like the snow
Oh
creatures.
yeah, dude, it looks so sick.
Yeah. But you know, like the opening shot where it's like just the guy like sitting in the snow, just frig. I don't know if it's the opening, but there's a scene in the Secret War where it's just like super calm and quiet, and it's a guy just looking through the forest with a sniper, and all of a sudden everything goes wrong. Like the crazy creepy monster, whatever the heck, just like
Is it
that
like in
certain
the forest and stuff?
yeah, it's like in a forest and it's like super calm and quiet, and the guy's just like looking through the scope of his sniper, and it's
Yeah.
super. But it's super like wide lens, and it's like it looks gorgeous. It's
Is that
so
the one where
fucking
you
pretty.
see the flares like come out from the
Yeah.
It's so fucking sick.
Yeah,
I
all I
love
can
that
all I can
stuff.
picture is like your style on that kind of shit, dude. Like Halo, it blows my mind that like Halo doesn't get the treatment like that. Like
I know,
Halo
I
honestly
know.
deserves its own like Love, Death and Robots, and it blows my
It
mind.
would be insane if we got like a Halo anthology series like Love, Death and Robots, where like there are no limits. It can be as gory as you want it to be, and like every single episode, there's like 15 episodes, for example. It's a lot of work, but 15 episodes. Each episode's like, I don't know, 10 minutes long, and they're just like
I
these
mean-
short stories, short bits of like action or storytelling, and there's no
I mean-
limit to what you can do. And they're all really different. So one could be like completely flood, one could be ODST, one could be marine, one could be about civilians, like during a war or something like that. Do you know what I mean? They could be so different. Like,
I mean,
Why is
Microsoft
it
have a
different?
sure of a hell lot more money than Netflix,
yeah,
so they could do it. They really could. And can you imagine the marketing push behind that? Like how people would be so excited for Infinite if like they just I don't know. I feel like
Unfortunately, we're never going to get it because I feel like they don't even care about the kind of. This is the
oh
thing.
no,
If
not at all.
if the TV series does really well, they're more likely to push that sort of thing, and like push more like
And-
film work.
Hey, maybe we'll finally get that Halo movie.
Yeah, exactly. But if the TV flops, which there is always 100% chance that it could,
Hey, it'll look pretty though. It'll look pretty.
yeah, the visual effects are gonna look good in the movie. But like if the whole series flops, then I don't think they're ever gonna touch Halo in terms of TV again.
Yeah, I mean, let's just
Not
hope they
for a
don't go in
while.
the same sets as Nightfall, because
Yeah.
I think
shit.
I have not met a single person who liked Nightfall.
Okay,
I
you're about
don't
to
think
meet that person. Hello.
I wasn't.
You, you're not real.
I'm a myth, yeah.
Same
No,
with Forward Unto
I
Dawn.
enjoyed it.
I did not like Forward Unto Dawn.
I love
And
Forward Unto
that's
Dawn as well.
what?
Well,
You're
again,
crazy.
okay, if I saw it after Halo 4 came out, I probably wouldn't give a shit, but I was one of the people who watched it when it was in episodes leading up to the release of 4. So it's more so nostalgia for me than it is that it's actually good. It's got cool elements here and there, but overall, realistically, it's not that good. But I enjoy it. I like it.
All I remember from Halo Forward Unto Dawn is it has the girl from Narnia in it, and that's all I
Yeah,
can remember about it.
Her fucking lips are so big. No, but for real, I really like the idea of like the space elevator getting hit. That was a really cool scene.
Yeah,
the
to
back
be honest,
of
that
the
scene
hunter was
was
kinda
really
roughed
good,
up.
and I liked the Invisible Elite bit.
Dude, the invisible elite with like the details, like the fog on the guy's
Yeah,
glasses.
that stuff was done really well,
So
but then like
fucking
the
cool.
overall movie felt kind of cheap,
Oh, yeah, the overall thing was
like
kind
which
of cheap.
I really didn't like. I think
I also
whenever
really
they
liked
do
in
Halo
the
stuff,
court.
like cinematic wise, they have to have like the biggest budget for visual effects. Because I think Halo just
Yeah.
it deserves it, and I think it's just a series that it does rely on good visuals for it to sell.
It,
Absolutely.
God,
it was,
in
yeah.
an alternate universe where that Peter Jackson movie got made, because it was supposed to be, I think it was gonna, I swear there's like a rumored budget of it being like about $120 million or something like that. And oh my God, man, if we got a $120 million Halo movie that started being worked on in like 2006, most likely would come out 2000 like
Well, the
2008.
the TV series, is like 20 million an episode. Like the budget is.
Yeah.
Is that like
nuts.
confirmed? Is like
One
is
of
that
the,
like
one of the
Star Wars
direct one of the
Critical.
directors did like talk about it,
It's
and
so
he said
cool.
it's 200 million budget. So he says like it's weird coming in. He said it's weird coming into a series where you do just have the freedom to do what you want because the budget's so big. Which also scares
Goddamn.
me because he has the freedom to do what he wants.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Which is why I'm like,
putting it, yeah.
maybe this is why they brought in this weird girl actor that's like part of the Covenant for whatever reason. But who knows? I just want to see a trailer so I can judge it.
Yeah, exactly. Because so far the only thing we've gotten to see from the show is those
From the
Yeah.
live action show,
those
you mean?
those
Live action?
leaks. Yeah, the live
the
action show.
A few,
they-
a
Did they
friend
show
of-
anything at all? Like any screenshots?
They
or
haven't shown
any-
anything. No, it's just been
They haven't
leaks.
shown anything. Someone
I
has leaked
wonder
it.
why. I wonder if it's because, like, the COVID fucked up everything or not. You know, like because actors.
Well,
All I know is the armor looks fantastic
I know
in the
seen
leaked
it?
screenshots.
in 2019, a friend of mine was at a company called Mr. X who was doing
Mr. X?
the visual effects, and he was like at the company when they were working on it, and they thought it was a Halo movie at the time. They had no
Damn.
idea it was a TV series, and then I had to keep correcting him. I was like, "No, it's a TV series." Like, "No, you sure it's not a movie?" And I was just like, "It's a series," and he was just like, "Oh, that does kind of make sense why like it was being pushed."
Yeah.
So, because it's had like development hell. What is it with Halo just having really shit development?
Right?
Like,
I
I
mean,
argue it's probably
It's
Ah.
really
trash.
weird.
No.
I
It's
mean,
over ambitious, I think.
it is probably a part of that, and also didn't halfway through like production one. I think the guy that was supposed to work on the Halo TV show originally worked on Chernobyl, which is a fantastic show, a fantastic
Oh,
short
I love
series.
Chernobyl.
But I'm pretty sure that guy's not working on it anymore.
I
If I
heard that
remember
one of the
correctly.
showrunners quit like 2 months ago or something. But I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, because apparently the guy that there was supposed to be a guy that directed most of the episodes for Chernobyl was gonna be, the lead of the Halo TV show. And I was like, the way that Chernobyl was done in terms of drama and like just how everything was shot, I was like, oh my god, this could be a perfect translation into like the Halo universe. Like just the way things are shot, how gritty it is.
Hmm.
And then I'm pretty sure he's no longer like on that project, but they were already in production, which means Halo has that problem so many times where they keep changing leads, and it's the same thing with Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite's gone through what 3 leads, and now it's back, and now it's on Joe to fix it all up. It's like, jeez, man. Halo has an awful time when it comes to any project, it seems.
Yeah, unfortunately so.
And even like the good Halos that we love apparently had, just like the development hell that they had, all that shit.
Oh, I mean, just as a developer, game development is hard, regardless of where you go. It's just how you handle it, how you plan for it, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, so I heard Tuna that you're doing the new God of War.
Yeah,
I
we
was gonna
just dropped the
say,
trailer last
yeah, I was just
Thursday.
gonna say, I have no idea which part you've done, but you guys are doing fantastic. It looks amazing.
Oh,
It looks
thanks, man.
amazing. But what the
I
heck,
don't
man?
have
Using the same
anything,
boat animation? What the heck, man?
dude.
Oh my
Oh
god, the
my
same boat
god, I knew you were
animation? What the
gonna
heck?
go there. I had a feeling. Me and Josh talked about this. Ah,
I know. I'm
it's
just messing. I'm
okay.
messing around. I'm messing around.
It's all right. No
I
worries.
saw I saw that on Twitter and I was like, "Are
So
you
funny.
kidding me? The game looks gorgeous, and the one thing you're gonna care about is that like I swear to God, people that think that way have no idea how game development works because they have no idea how many assets get
But
reused.
I'll also tell you, it's not the same. Even
Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably
no,
not.
it's not the same, and I'll
The
tell you
general
why.
public will
Because
look the same, but like to animators, you're like, no, it's completely different.
no, we see shit like that really quick. Like this. Okay,
One thing as well,
there's a
it's mirrored.
yeah. It's not even yeah, and even if it's mirrored, it's been updated. You know, for whatever measurements of if the boat is different size, it's gonna need different handholds and contact points. It's things like that, dude. Like animators can tell, at least, because
Yeah.
that's what we do. Um, but it's when you look at it with a dude, they'll pick at anything, arbitrary or not. It's how they react to it that tells me a lot more about where the fan stands, and I get it. But
Yeah.
they're the same people that says that game development, the Horizon Zero Dawn guys lied to them when they showed that the world doesn't render when the camera's not looking at it. I mean, those are the same people. I don't,
I find that really funny.
it is actually a very funny. It's just really funny how people react to that. I'm like, how do you think a game is supposed to run if dude, no. Not everything's just there.
Yeah.
Right, Lucid. But yeah, no, I get it. But I'm happy. You know what it is? I'm glad it's stupid. The complaints are like dumb little things, like boat animation. That's it. But it's not saying this game sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those aren't. I'm happy. It's little things that they're worried about, like the color of the skin of one character, or how we're telling stories, or the fat Thor. Like that's all they're worried about. They're not saying
Thor is
this-
awesome.
Lucid in my
Uh,
chat just put 0 out of 10, not enough boat animations. IGN.
damn straight. And like I'm glad it's all that, because I'm on the place where I'm like, they're still gonna buy it because they want to know what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like here's the thing as well. It's like people who complain
Yeah.
about Fat Thor clearly haven't seen like the strongest
my
man
God.
on like the planet,
Yeah,
who is like
yeah,
he's not. He doesn't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He looks like, I don't know, Arnold Schwarzenegger if he had like an extra layer of fat. Like
yeah.
that's just how it works. Like these are the kind of people who think sumo wrestlers are just fat. No, that's like majoritively muscle.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. In the trailer, I had really no part in it. I did a small thing where one of our animators who did work on it had a baby. But there were some issues that came up while he was gone, and I looked into it for him, found out how we can fix it, but the fix would have changed his animation, so I proposed a different fix, and that's it. That's all I did. So they didn't change the animation itself. They changed the process of um, uh, what do you call it? Some cloth animation
Yeah.
that's handled by the in-game. Like it gets stuck somewhere and it explodes at one point, and so we just chopped it off and said, "Fuck it, we're not just dealing with that."
I've literally set off the last shot.
Is this the what?
This is the final shot.
Is it it? Oh shit!
Right
I'd
now.
Let's
go
go.
crack open a bottle of wine, but A, I can't afford wine. B, I don't drink wine, so.
So all the renders I think are now done, and now I just have to comp it all.
Wait, how that door thing you just did? How long did that take to render?
It's gonna render overnight. It takes like
Oh, okay.
a minute and a bit per frame. So it'll be done when I wake up.
Nice.
And
That's the
then
best way to do it.
I'm literally gonna spend tomorrow in one of the scenes at the end. Because in my head I'm like, it starts off good, there's cool stuff in the middle, less atmospheric, and then the ending, I need to make that more atmospheric than everything else. So it like ends on a high.
Yeah.
And the final shot, I think, like Dashy, you saw earlier. I think it looks pretty sick.
Yeah, really good.
I think it's like a good one to end on.
I think it's better than, because you planned on ending it a bit later, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's an excellent point to end it.
I do too.
Because
I
if you ended it
agree.
later, I think the next episode would have been like, there would have been a disconnect in terms of flow.
0 out of 10, not enough endings.
That is true.
Dude, can we get like
My-
an alternate ending?
My brother made a joke that every single episode ended with a door shutting. And then I looked and I was like, oh yeah, it kind of
yeah.
does.
It's closing
What
the
do you mean
book for
kinda
the next
does? No,
chapter.
it fully does.
It fully does.
Yeah.
Definitely does.
There's no kind of. I mean, it's a boolean. It either
What
does
can
or
I
it
say? The brave mind likes shutting doors.
He does, and so do you.
But I'm so hyped to get this render stuff. Like all the rendering's
All
done.
pumped
This is
up and hurried
this
up.
is literally like a year of my life, kind of coming to an end in the next few weeks. I'm so
I'm
excited.
surprised.
does.
I'm
he's
surprised.
like, it's fucking over. The fucking nightmare's gone.
Honestly,
Yeah, I
And he's
mean,
like, I've got another episode.
it's
shit.
gonna be so good to see the back of this.
Yeah.
this has
Yeah.
been a long journey, dude. I remember talking to you when you were like just starting working on like episode 2.
Mm.
And I was like, "Hey, please have a GoPro like scene where it's like attached to the gun, or like a first person segment." And then, hey,
Yeah,
it happened,
it's nuts.
and it looked great, and it looked fantastic, and oh my god.
Would you be a really cool shot? You just mentioned the GoPro. Have you thought about having like the camera angle, but it's attached to the gun itself, facing back at Maddox?
I did try it once, but it's super weird, and it sounds good on paper, but like I've seen it done in film, like once or twice.
They do it
But-
with Call of Duty trailers as well.
It's very strange. It's been like it didn't work in my episode for the action because my guy's moving around so much. It just looked really fucking disorientating and strange.
I mean,
You
if
should
do
watch the
scene
Witch
where
Queen
it's
trailer real
like,
quick, Josh, on stream. There's a certain scene where one of the characters is like running in first person, and it's one of the best done like CG like first person things I've ever seen. It's
This
like
one?
the Destiny Witch Queen trailer.
This
Yeah,
one?
yeah, I'll wait for stream to catch up because it's about like
Oh my
Have I got
god.
lag in my stream? I want to get rid of the lag.
I think you have to no, I think you have to enable low latency mode. It's not lagging, it's just like it's a couple seconds behind.
Low latency quality.
It should be low latency something. I'm not too familiar, but if you watch this entire thing, there's a scene where like the characters start running, and it switches. It's very very small, like less than like a second. That shows like a first person angle. It looks so good, and I'm also pretty sure Blur worked on this.
This
God,
looks.
awesome. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh my god.
Does it look blur?
No, so I
This doesn't
don't
look.
think
This doesn't look
this
blurred
is
to
not.
me.
I don't
It
think
might-
that. So this is not Blur, just
I-
so you know. I
I
don't think
think-
so.
This
This is.
Is this
I think this is
Axis?
Access.
I was
I
gonna
think
say
Yeah.
this looks like Access to me.
because we use Access when I was kind of working
Oh,
with
is
them.
this it?
So
It might be there. I'll wait for the stream to catch
Yeah,
up.
there was, yeah.
a shotgun. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that it looks.
It's
It
it's
looks
more of an
really
insert.
low.
It's more of an insert though.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest. This looks kind of wacky to me. This doesn't look great.
The angle looks like it's attached to the armpit.
Whereas, because the camera like goes under the arm as he brings his gun
Goes
around,
through the armpit. Yeah.
this
Yeah,
would have
like,
looked better. So
how
this
do you
is
hold
this is actually a shot that would look better if the GoPro was attached to like this like railing at the back. So you see you're pointing at the ground, and it comes up with the camera, and you see his hand come in and go
Yeah.
You
with a
have
really deformed lens. Like that would look really cool.
if you have the GoPro-ish camera attached to the gun, it'll kind of look like those those YouTubers who go not paintballing, but they go
Airsoft.
Snowboarding.
airsoft, and it's like
Oh,
that one
airsoft.
sniper. Yeah, that one sniper airsoft guy.
Leverage.
It's like
Yeah.
It's interesting, and
I
it's really
used-
interesting to see the arms go around the gun, and like when you put this, stow stuff away and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lucid, there is dialogue in this episode. Yeah.
I have two GoPros for airsoft. I have one that's usually mounted on the barrel if I'm not using the AK, but I have one that's usually mounted on the barrel facing back towards me. And then I either have, depending whether or not it's an indoor one. If it's indoor, I wear a helmet and I use the GoPro mount to that because I don't want to get shot in the head. If it's an outdoor game, I have it mounted to a part of my chest rig.
Right.
So it's like just below my, it's like sort of at the collar of my shirt essentially. It's like around there, so you get like this angle. It's almost first person, but it's also not.
Dang.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do because I also have to hold the rifle in like a really wonky way. But it's an electric gun, so obviously it doesn't actually recoil, so it's not too much of an issue because I can basically one-hand it as well. But yeah, like that's, I really like the idea of like the GoPro mounted to the barrel facing backwards kind of angle.
I might do some shots like that in episode 4. Episode 4 is going to be definitely more about the horror aspect.
I think that would add to sort of the not close quarters. What's it, like the claustrophobia of it?
Yeah.
It really adds
But
to it for that, and it's also good for low movement, such as like clearing a room. Like if they're walking in, gun points one way, gun points the other way. You see the background move.
Yeah.
But not too much is happening with the actual person in frame.
I also have ideas like for episode 4 because obviously High Chariot's crashed, right? It's a big fucking ship. So if something like that crashed, it wouldn't just like crash on the surface and let it sit there. It's going to crash through the ground, right? So my idea is, yes, he's on High Chariot, but who's to say that he'll open a door? There's going to be a big fucking like debris section, and then down in the debris there's like a hole that leads into like a Forerunner architecture.
Oh, like environment change. Basically.
Kind of like an environment change because I've done Covenant. Covenant's cool.
Covenant's cool, but Purple is kind of boring.
I kind of want to do Forerunner because I think it looks cooler.
You could also do something really interesting with those lights.
Well, I think the Forerunner aspect will help with my idea that I spoke to you, Dashi, because it's a little bit more human. It's a bit more. It's a lot more relatable. So in that mindset, I'm like, that's more relatable, which makes it a little bit more scary. Although I don't know if what I'm going to do is even going to be scary. Like it sounds good on paper, but it's hard to make things scary in real life when you come to do it.
You know the suicidal marine in like Halo 3 and Halo. Since you're talking about going more horror, I'm thinking of like the combination of like a suicidal marine and you know that part of PT, the Silent Hills thing where it's the lady standing just over the lights like right above them, and it's like the lights like swinging back and forth. And do you know what shot I'm talking about from the game? Oh, let me see. PT.
You might trivia
Lisa.
Josh, I'm sending you a DM real quick. It's a DM I've already sent you, so I've just kind of screenshotted it. I wasn't sure if you saw it or not.
There you go. It's in a
yeah.
Twitch
I need to
chat.
think about how I'm going to do all that stuff.
No. Wait, that's the wrong one. This one. It's like super fucking creepy, but I can only imagine like since you're going horror, there's horror
There's
is such
so
like
many
a
things that I
broad
can do.
yeah, exactly. It's such a broad like genre. Like there's so much you can do, and there's so many different types of horror. There's like visual horror, psychological horror.
Yeah.
There's like
I really want to
in your
push
face
like
horror.
the psychological horror because it's obviously the Gravemind. Like, I feel like psychological horror will work quite well.
Yeah,
But there is
there's like
definitely
so many.
physical horror.
There's like so many shots like the ones I'm putting in, like the Twitch. I can only imagine, or the Twitch stream chat and Discord.
So your third image, I'm gonna put on stream just to show people.
Yeah.
This is I just got a notification saying my computer's running out of storage. Whoops. That's always fun.
You might want to clear up some space.
Yeah. Yeah, this image where it's like silhouette and it's just like really creepy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be doing shit like this. I think that's cool.
Yeah. That to me is like perfect visual horror because it's not in your face, it's not a loud jump scare, but just the unsettling atmosphere about it is like
Got
what's
that
perfect
Fatal
about it.
Frame
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah.
And also like you can also just like think about it now. It's like with a shot about that like moving, you could have it where the lights swinging back and forth. And like when it swings, it only looks like there's like one flood form or one
Yeah,
flood
yeah.
marine. But then like the light swings back and it swings back and it shows like a bunch of eyes or just a bunch of marines.
Yeah.
Just like just huddled, kind of like the scene from what do you call it? I'm Legend. I Am Legend.
Where they're like huddled together because they
They're all huddled together and like making noise. Oh man.
They all go dormant, don't they? Like when nothing's really stimulating, they just kind of walk about like really docile.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really want to play on that because I think that'd be really cool.
Because it makes you think, what do flood marines or flood characters in general, what do they do when there's nothing going on? They probably just sit there and twitch and wallow and and I feel like you could even go deeper into that, like the actual like fucked up like trauma mental side of it is where it's like they could even like mutter words under their breath. Like if it is like a marine or a human, they could be muttering or like trying to, because what is there lore? Isn't there lore about it where like they're kind of trapped in the body, like their mind is still there,
still
but like
alive, but it's like really it's kind of like they're just being sapped away slowly.
That's just with Jenkins. He's the only one who like had like an old infection form that got him, and then he was kind of still alive while it was infecting him. But I mean, you could take inspiration from that. Like you could also.
I was gonna say, how close to the lore are you sticking? Because I feel like if you're gonna go this route of making your entire,
I'm not
He's not
sticking.
to lore,
exactly.
really.
So
None of my stuff
exactly.
sticks
So
to
that's perfect then. Because can you imagine just like I would assume it's your ODST or Maddox still who like finds a flood marine and like their back is like turned to Maddox and he's like sees it on the radar that there's only one.
I could DM you my
I
really
absolutely
rough sketch of my idea.
I absolutely would be super intrigued because horror, like literally since I was like 12, dude. The concept of like Halo and horror mashing together is, I feel like it's like every Halo player's dream. It's like having like a Halo horror experience, like with the flood or anything, or if you're like a marine and you're going against like big brutish, brutes.
Big brutish brutes, my favorite.
Big brutish brutes, so redundant.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but I think PT or that third image that I sent you, Josh, is like the best representation I can think of when it comes to like visual horror. And also, your computer is I can hear the jet.
It's an animal.
I mean, that's what happens when you get two 3090s.
They're working. You can see how quick it's rendering. Like,
yeah,
I'd be
that's
waiting
amazing.
for fucking ages without these. And then
What was your setup before you had the 3090s?
It was a 1080 and a 2080, and then I bought this, which came today, 10 terabytes. I'm gonna put that in tomorrow, hopefully.
Nice. Which brand was it? WD or Seagate?
Seagate Barracuda.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you got WD 10 terabyte, that's terrifying. But good thing you got Seagate. Seagate is their drives. Their big drives are really trustworthy.
Which is like almost like a NAS, but not really. And it's shit. WD is fucking awful. Like,
yeah,
it just breaks.
I'm never trusting W. I got a simple 2 terabyte WD drive, and it was already having faulty problems within like the first year and a half to 2 years.
That's the same as that. It's so bad. Like it barely
WD
connects.
drives are bad.
They used to be really good back when the 700 or the 700 and 900 series were
Oh,
out.
shit.
The WD drives are really good, but if you have a WD drive currently, and you've had it for more than 3 to 4 years, as someone who's had WD drives almost all my life, because I was like up until recently, I was able to finally start putting only SSDs in my system. WD drives are so bad, so bad.
Well, I have so I have two 8 TB WD drives, and but it's not for the PC itself. It's for my what do you call it? What those backup systems?
Yeah,
The Sonos or not Sonos? You know what I'm talking about, the 2 bay drives,
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
RAID
yeah.
system. Yeah, I have that for that, and they seem to be working perfectly fine right now. But for me at the time, it's more like I don't know. There's so many reviews, and some are saying this is good, and some this is bad. So like, I just split it right in the middle and just stuck with WD for now.
Right.
Hmm.
I would say if you're not noticing anything bad, because hard drive issues start showing up super early. Like it can be as simple as like crashes
No.
or stuff like that. So if you've had no issues just randomly pop up, you haven't had any random issues, you're most likely fine. I only noticed my problems was when I was like trying to load up a project file on the drive,
Yeah.
and it would take either a super long time to open or
Right.
my program would just crash. So that's when I noticed there was issues early on, and then I was like, okay, it's crashing. It can't be that big of an issue. I'll let it be for a little bit. Maybe it's just
Right.
maybe my
Right.
program's the issue. And then months later, more than just that program started to crash. I started getting blue screens when I like played games on that drive, and I was like, okay, now it's a
Right.
problem. So I upgraded all my drives to SSDs. Oh my god,
I
it
mean,
is infinitely better.
if there's such a thing as a backup SSD drive, because I'm using them as a external backup system on 2 bay RAID, on the
Right,
one with the RAID. So it's more
Yeah, they
for
should.
safekeeping than actual constant usage, right?
right.
You know, yeah. So maybe it might be
I'm
last a little longer.
gonna end the stream here because it's like 2:30 in the morning, so I'm gonna go sleep. But
Oh, it's
thank
half
Okay.
two.
thank you everyone for watching. I'm gonna raid RLS because he's awesome.
See you guys.
Um,
Bye bye.
how do I
I'm
raid?
already looking. Now I'm looking up how to apply for passports in America.
But God, man,
Mhm.
that project you're working on, Josh, your idea for
The new one.
the flood horror thing that you're going
Mm.
for, dude, that could be amazing. And I definitely want to talk about it more, because like talking
I
about
DM'd you like
horror
a
and
rough
Halo.
idea.
Oh wait, yeah, here, hold up, let me see. I'm gonna assume I